So, hi everyone, and welcome to the $20 makeup challenge tag. Now, there's been a lot of controversy surrounding this tag because we were trying to decide in the UK whether or not it should actually be the true equivalent of $20, which is, I believe, around £13. But because makeup in the US is slightly cheaper, drugstore makeup anyway, we decided it wouldn't be fair, and on Twitter a couple of us discussed this and we decided it was going to be the £20 makeup tag. So all the products that I've used in this video obviously come in at under £20. My entire budget for all these products was £19.96 and I'm really pleased about it. I'm really pleased with the look that I created, but a few issues I had with this were I found it really difficult, and I didn't realise it because I don't consider myself to be really a high-end makeup snob, but at the same time I do like a little bit more expensive makeup, and I didn't want to just go out and buy a load of like MUA makeup or Natural Collection makeup and then create a look which I know that I'll just end up not using those products, and there wouldn't be products I'd recommend. If I mention something, it has to have kind of my seal of approval and I have to really like it, so I didn't want to just mention things just for the sake of them fitting within budget. I found it very hard with foundation, which is why I didn't use foundation in this video, because I feel like with foundation you can't skimp on what you use. I've tried a few very inexpensive foundations and I don't like any of them. The only drugstore foundation that I do quite like is the Bourjois Healthy Mix foundation, and that's £10.99 I think, so that's not super cheap anyway. But I didn't want to just go out and buy one that I know that I wouldn't use and that I wouldn't really like, so I just used concealer in place of foundation. And then in terms of brushes, that's quite difficult as well. I will admit I am a little bit of a brush snob. I don't really buy cheaper makeup brushes because I just don't find them to be as nice. But this brush right here I've had for a really long time and it cost me £1. I bought it in some sort of art shop, and it's just a kind of fluffy powder brush, so I use this for powder and for blush and for bronzer. And the reason that I use powder was because I think in a few of these tutorials I've seen, people have skipped out on things that they don't always wear, and a lot of the things that people missed was powder. I've got very oily skin, I need to powder my skin, so I used powder, but I skipped foundation and I skipped eyeliner because I'm not a massive eyeliner person. So that was that. And then for my eyes I used this brush which was £1, which was by a brand called Outdoor Girl Cosmetics, and it's their eyeshadow brush, and I bought this from Savers a few weeks ago just to try, and it's just, you know, your average okay eyeshadow brush. I don't adore it, but it'll do the job. In terms of the other products that I use, they're all products that I've probably mentioned before and that I would use again, with the exception of, I think, the Rimmel mascara that I use, the Rimmel Scandalised mascara. I don't like this mascara very much, but it just did the job, and it is very inexpensive. It's £4.99. So I used that. But if you want to see how I created this look using really budget products, then keep watching and I hope you enjoy it. Bye bye. So I'm going to start with foundation first, but essentially it's not going to be foundation because, as I said, I'm not going to use foundation. So I'm going to start with concealer, and I've chosen the Collection 2000 Lasting Perfection Concealer. This is in shade 3, which is the medium shade, and I'm just going to apply this anywhere on my face where I need the coverage. So I'm going to just dab some on my chin area like so and just blend it out. And on all this horrible redness I've got on my cheeks, like so, and then just very kind of lightly blend it out like that. I look like a complete crazy person, but you'll see it'll look fine once the kind of other products are applied too. So now I'm just going to go under my eyes. Like so, and just pat this in. like that. So I'm now going to quickly move on to powder. Now in terms of brushes, as I mentioned, I'm using this brush which was super inexpensive, and I'm using my Rimmel Stay Matte Face Powder. This is in number 005 Silky Beige, sorry. And I'm going to just take this and apply it all over my face. It doesn't give you any coverage, but it does mattify the skin quite nicely, and that's what we want. So I've done my powder. With the same brush, I'm now going to apply bronzer, and the bronzer I've chosen is the MUA bronzer in shade 3. Really, really lovely bronzer. Budget, no budget. This is a great, great bronzer. And I'm going to take this onto my brush, tap off the excess, and just apply some to my forehead. A little bit down the bridge of my nose, and on my chin. Some on my cheeks, tops of my cheekbones. I'm not going to use this to contour or anything, just to kind of add a little bit of life to my face. And there we go, bronzer is done. Moving on to eyes, I am going to use this really, really inexpensive eyeshadow, which is the Natural Collection eyeshadow in the shade Milk Chocolate. Beautiful kind of taupey brown colour, and the brush I'm using is a really cheap brush. This was £1, I think. I'll put all the information and prices and that kind of thing in the description box, but this is what it looks like. It's just a very standard eyeshadow brush, but it is quite nice, and it's from a brand called Outdoor Girl Cosmetics. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this shadow onto my brush and just dust it across my lid, just to kind of even out any colour you might have on your lid. And I'm going to go in with a little bit extra into the crease of my eye, just to kind of give it a bit more depth. And I love this eyeshadow. I've used it in a few looks that I've created, and also in a few kind of favourites and that kind of thing, because it is a really beautiful shadow. So I'm just going to take it above my crease, blend it outwards, like so. And it is really hard to do makeup like this. I didn't realise how hard it was, so I'm just going to kind of soften it with my hands. I'm then going to apply mascara. I'm going to use the Rimmel Scandalise Volume Mascara. So I'm just going to do that, and then we will move on. So I've applied mascara, 2 coats on my top and bottom lashes, and I'm now going to move on to blush. The blush I've chosen is this blush by MUA, and it looks like this. Really, really pretty, really easy to kind of wear, and very, very inexpensive, obviously, because all MUA products are £1. I think actually no, some of their kind of newer products are a bit more expensive, but their main collection is all £1. So on the same brush I used my powder and bronzer, I'm just going to get a little bit, and I'm just going to get it kind of in a small section of my brush, and just apply this to the apples of my cheeks, dragging it outwards like so. And then I'm just going to kind of give it a little blend like so. And now, last but not least, I'm going to move on to lips, and I've chosen another MUA product, and I love this lipstick. It's their lipstick in shade 13, really, really pretty, and it's a bright, bright red lip. But don't worry, I'm not going to do a full-on red lip. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just use this as a stain. So I'm going to apply a few dots around my lips like so, and then with my finger really press and work it into the lip. Now you could really have doubled up and used this as a blush, but I just think it's such a beautiful colour when you wear it this way. It's kind of like a just eaten berries and kind of kissed bitten lip or something. And yeah, I'm going to leave my lips at that. So that is my makeup look for the $20 makeup challenge tag. I hope you enjoyed it. As I said, I will list all the information and all the products and all that kind of thing in the description box for you. And if any of you have done this look, then let me know. And if any of you have got any kind of great budget buys that are under £20, then definitely don't hesitate to pop them in the comments, because I'm sure that we will all find that really useful. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.